You guys okay?
You're not gonna go to the hot labs, are you?
I plan on it.
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
Okay. Let's look at the map, actually, because I think there's a few things to check out down here. So we need to go to the hot labs to talk to Matriarch Venezia, but we can go over here to the guard barracks. This is the med bay. That leads through security, and that's probably where they lock stuff down right there. Yeah, the secure lab locks down if you go through there, but we don't need to go there just yet. This goes to the quarantine lab. They said Han Olar was not all there anymore. Maybe he's in quarantine. It's possible. We might go there. And there's a shopkeeper here, so I might end up selling some stuff real quick off screen. Because we don't want our items to be going towards the limit, you know? That would not be good, because I could go pick up some really good stuff later in this mission and then not be able to pick it up because I'd have to Omni-gel it. I'm sure they don't mind that I'm taking this stuff. I mean, I am the one that needs to be outfitted for this mission, so I'm sure they'll understand, and I'll give it back if I have to once this is all over. You guys are okay with me taking your stuff, right? I'm gonna assume that's a yes. He's just not paid for this sort of stuff. Hey, you've got the same outfit Liara had on before, I think.
What?
Hi. I'm sure you're sleep deprived, but who are you exactly?
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alestia Alice from the University of Arraius. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or should I just spout random facts?
No, I'm just trying to get a sense of where you guys are all at. I know you're all sleep deprived and everything, so sorry if I'm bugging you.
Did I interrupt something?
I was meditating. I suppose to a species as brash as yours, it would appear to be inattention.
See, we have meditation back on Earth, lady, but when we do it, we usually cross our legs, sit on the floor, and close our eyes. Maybe if you did any of those things, I would have, considered the fact that you were doing so. She doesn't really seem to be too calm. She seems irritated, so I don't know if I should ask about that. Your work.
You're a member of the science teams.
Recently transferred, yes.
Okay, cool. What do you do here?
What do you do here?
That's what I said.
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
She was saying that quickly to try to get that past me, but biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization means that she is trying to enhance genetic builds with... Okay, hybridization basically means that she's trying to use two different species genes in the alleles and enhance them with biotics. It wasn't really over my head, and I get the feeling if I say that she's just gonna, chew me out. So, cool. I'll just leave you alone.
Sorry, I'll leave.
Then I will return to my meditations.
Yes, you will. She has the same voice actor as Ashley. I can't really tell.
Science pukes. Should just bug out and leave them to die. All their fault anyway.
You mean
Bug out.
you need to get some sleep, sir. That's a little morbid, considering where we are and how holed up you are against these things. I'm guessing you're the shopkeeper around here.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
Well, frankly, I came here for Matriarch Venezia, but it seems like you guys need some help, so I'm planning to help you out.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days. For now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. They need to stay, they need to stay well equipped out here to deal with all of those things. And I'm sure weapons have either, overheated or broken down in the time that they've been here. So they probably have to have somebody supplying them. Although his supplies are probably running a little dry. Let's see what you got.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain Ventralis.
No doubt to take care of those, bio thingamajiggers down there. Ooh, Titan 8. That sounds pretty good. Not as good as what I've got, but it's pretty good. Might be worth thinking about and giving to Caden, because he could use some of that armor. Hell, Liara could use that armor. It has less shields than I would like, but it's probably got 2 slots in it, and she's, I think, one of the only ones. She isn't the only one, because Caden doesn't have 2 slots in his armor either, but whatever. Ooh, Casa Fabrication license. Nice. I'll take that. I think I'll buy it, but I won't equip it yet, obviously, because I'm not well equipped to. Well, there isn't really a changing facility around here, so I'll wait on equipping it. But I'll buy it. Why not? Let's talk to the rest of the guards around here. Then I'm gonna go sell some stuff off screen, and then we'll head down to the quarantine labs, I think, so we can see if we can find the doctor. Or not the doctor. Well, yeah, the doctor for the Metagel, but also Han Olar, see if he knows what's up in the hot labs.
Smoke? We're all out.
Nah, I haven't smoked in years, ma'am. This guy doesn't look too good.
What? No!
Oh, he was sleeping. Whoops. My bad.
Sorry. I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Is there something you need?
I mean, are you alright?
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
I'm guessing this accident was the contamination breach in the hot labs.
There was an accident here?
I can't talk about what happened. Not here. Too public. Talk to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
Alright, well, thanks for the lead there. Yeah, let's get a sit rep from a guy who's been here for a while.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain.
Oh, Jesus.
None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
Sorry to hear that. I didn't know you were that close to... Ew. Jesus, man. I got things for this lab and the hot labs in Benezia already, so I'll let you sleep. I'm sorry to have bothered you.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Will do. That leads to the restricted area we probably can't get access to begin with, so I'm not going to bother. Okay, that leads to Dr. Cohen in the medical bay. This leads to quarantine, so that's probably where Han Olar is. We'll go down there in a few minutes. I think we'll go to the med bay first and see if we can talk to Dr. Cohen. But first, I'm going to go sell some stuff to Potosi here and make a hard save, and hopefully when I come back, the guy in the ATV outside will stop being a jackass. Not that my mic is probably going to pick him up because of the filter, but it's still a little annoying to me. Alright, I'm back, and I've sold basically everything that I wanted to sell. I kept a couple of ammo and weapon upgrades just because I'm not sure if we'll need them at some point. We might want to have them just for the upgrades, so that way if I ever have use for them, then I can re-equip them. I kept mostly the rounds. I think I kept the kinetic stabilizer, a couple armor upgrades, and that sort of thing. But nothing super important. He had... Oh, I already showed... Whoops. I might be interrupting something. But, who'd have a cure? A cure for the sick scientists? But yeah, I guess I showed off that he had the Titan light armor, and I bought that. But I sold a bunch of stuff, and now I have like 3 million credits, which is kind of ridiculous, but whatever. You guys probably aren't doing so well, huh? No. You're the head doctor in charge of this place, right?
What do you want?
I'm sorry I'm interrupting something, but...
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
Distracted by the sickness? I guess it's better than getting down with the sickness.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
You shouldn't, but you probably want to, especially considering I'm heavily armed and could probably help you out.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
And I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
Yep, I know her. As a matter of fact, the only reason she's online now is because I fixed her.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These 3 were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
Yeah, that doesn't give me enough information, man.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature, but there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species.
And now it affects humans and is
Forest
killing
bee
them.
is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Do you imagine that distinction makes this ethical?
No, it doesn't really.
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
Yeah, you're damn right I can't. I mean, if you're spreading around a bioweapon like this, especially one that's that powerful and capable of taking out an entire... Like, something like this hasn't happened since the Krogan rebellions, man. You understand the implications of that?
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
I didn't expect you'd understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
And is it going to be... I mean, I went past the quarantine labs, but is it going to be dangerous down there?
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
Probably because he's hyped up on stims and he's been awake for days, and his reasoning skills are pretty much gone at this point. But I can be pretty persuasive.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
No problem. I'll see what I can do. Your team, your job. We kind of got an idea of who he is, what his job is, and who his team is just from that conversation, so I think we're good.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
I'll see what I can do, as long as it's ethical. Actually, does he have Metagel down here? Am I fully stocked on Metagel before I go and ask him for any Metagel? Alright, so we need to talk to Ventralis about this quarantine thing, but what about my Metagel count? I have one missing.
This system is online and ready to provide emergency services.
Okay, good. I need an extra Metagel if you have one.
Think you could run that equipment for us?
Certainly, Commander. One moment, please.
Okay, thanks. I didn't feel anything, but... I was assuming she'd just give us Metagel, but apparently it just pulls you back up to full health. I'll keep that in mind when I come back here, in case more of those bug-eyed monsters decide to attack us on the way down into the quarantine labs and the hot labs, but we'll work on that first. So the quarantine labs are down there, right? Yeah, that's quarantine and barracks. Alright, let's go talk to Ventralis and see if he'll let us in. Because I don't want to go down there and step on anybody's toes. I'm here as a guest, essentially. I'm not really... I'm helping them, but I'm not really... I'm a neutral body at this point, you know? I gotta make sure that I get their trust before anything else happens, and because I don't want to betray that trust at this point.
Something you need?
Yeah, Dr. Cohen mentioned that the quarantine had a treatment for the scientists that are in his lab. I want to go and get them that treatment.
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
Well, you don't have to risk contamination. We're going down there.
We're not part of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra Metagel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns.
I guess that's a good point.
All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Sounds like a plan.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
Thanks, Captain. I'll see what I can do.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
Alright. So let's get going before more of those Rachni attack. Actually, if they did, I'd probably turn myself around and help them kill them again, because that's what I did last time, but... You know. Whatever. It's all the same. It's all fair in love and war, and I'd like to believe this is war, but, might not be. Hell, I mean, the creatures are hostile that we're facing here, but we don't even know who the hell they are yet. Nobody's told us anything. All we know is they were recovered from the reaches of the frontier, and that could be anybody. So, I mean... Although, if they're recovering them from the frontier, they were probably... They're probably relatively a new species. I mean, I don't know. I already know who they are because I've played this game before, and our heads-up display has told us exactly who they are, but I'm trying to roleplay according to what the game is telling me, and what the game is telling me is that we don't know what they are yet, so... I'm kind of trying to stick in character here. It's hard because
Okay, this one will get you.
How can you tell jokes?
I already know.
So this
But
hydrogen atom says to another hydrogen, I lost my electron.
I've heard this one.
And the other hydrogen says, man, are you sure?
yes, I'm positive.
I'm positive.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Just shut up. God.
You guys are probably hopped up on stims too, aren't you?
Gotta keep the mood light. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll... Yeah, you just have to.
You still sound crazy, sorry to say.
I used to have nightmares like this. Too many cheap horror vids before lights out.
And now you're living one. Let's hope you get out of here alive, because that would suck if you didn't. I'll make sure that you get out of here alive, actually, since I'm here. Might as well. Do my job, you know. After I get this open. There we go. Ooh, grenades. Not that I need them. Did Han Olar sound like a Volus name? I don't think I've met enough Volus to really say, hey, yeah, it's a Volus name, but hello.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
Them? You mean the bug-eyed monsters?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab, you know.
The only survivor? Wait, hold on a second. Before we get into that, I was told that Matriarch Benezia is down in the hot labs.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
Yeah, I've noticed. Okay, so you're the only one that got out. She might still be in there. Okay, so how did you get out?
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Killed who?
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon.
Ouch.
I closed the door. I killed her.
Alright, well, maybe, but you did what you had to survive, but if you help me, I can probably take care of them, and then her death won't be in vain.
Tell me what you know. I'll make your survival mean something.
You think I want absolution? There is none.
Okay, fine, but at least you have some information on these things, right?
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
The what?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
How the hell did they get here?
Where did they come from?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg.
An egg?
Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Wait a minute.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane?
I believe him, honestly, because, I mean, he's probably been up for days and on stims and everything like that, but he saw what happened down in the hot labs. He's the only one who can really tell me what's going on here. So, the Rachni, they weren't all wiped out when the Krogan were uplifted?
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Rex, are you sure that your people... Because there was an egg left, man.
I hate the cold.
I think he's in denial. Oh, there's the metagel that I needed. Well, we'll see what Rex knows later, but for now we need to talk to this guard and head inside of the labs there. Just so you guys know, I've never done this part of Noveria before. I actually went to the hot labs almost immediately after talking to Ventralis last time, and then, well, things went entirely different than how they're about to go, so I've never made this cure before, so it might be a little bit challenging.
You're not part of the crew.
You're right, I'm here to make the cure.
I have Ventralis' permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out.
Alright, fine.
You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
I was on the barricade with the captain. We killed a couple of Arachni up there. By the way, thanks for letting us know that they were Arachni, you jackass. Some people. Well, the cure is over there on the table, but first let's have a look around here, see if there's anything else we can salvage from these rooms. They just look like little bed areas, so I don't know if that's going to be something worthwhile. Oh, there's a med kit in here. Do I need the Metagel? I don't need the Metagel, but whatever. We can always get more, I think. And it's not like 8 Metagel isn't going to be enough for what I need to do here. At least I hope it's enough. I mean, another more medium armor for humans. Hydra 8, though, might be alright. Might not, but you never know. Huh. Wonder what they left in here. Who the hell puts beds in a quarantine lab, anyway? That's my question. Oh, we leveled up. Nice, nice. Let's do that before we make the cure, just so that way we have some. Because I think we have something good coming to us. Yeah, I can max out my charm now that I'm level 42. By the way, when I was off screen, I think last time I leveled up with Bastion and I got barrier specialization. If you go further than that, you can get to stasis specialization, and it reduces the recharge time on your biotics by a certain amount. It goes up to 23%. Basically, what stasis specialization does, as it says in the description there, is that enemies affected by stasis can still be damaged. I think that's cheap, so I'm not going to bother with it. That's why I went to Master Barrier, because I figured I was only going to go to Barrier Specialization. The recharge time on biotics is nice, but like I said, I think the stasis thing is a little cheap, so not going to bother with that. Instead, let's max out our charm score. Not that we really need it anymore, but might as well. It triples our store discounts. Now we can get stuff for a lot of less money, basically. My Intimidate's at 2, which is alright, fine. And then basically, if I level up from here, I'm just going to try to get to Master Unity. It's pretty damn good. It restores your squad members when they die with 30% health, 100% shields. But more importantly, I get these little small bonuses for doing all of this. Eventually, it'll rack up. Excuse me, I can't stifle that yawn. Eventually, it'll rack up to 5% damage and duration increase. Whoops. On powers, health by 9%, max accuracy by 10%, and extra 2% accuracy per second when using powers. So that's pretty nice. So if I level up from here, that's basically where it's all going to go. I don't know if we'll get to Master Unity before the playthrough's over, but it's possible. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I want to get throw for Rex. It's not going to be good because it's, it's only 600 newtons. How much is my throw? 1,000 newtons. So that's quite a bit of a difference on Rex's, but he's mostly there for warp and killing things anyway. 1, 2, 3, so that's 42, 43, 44, 45 for throw. Well, we might get to 45. I can. What would be more pertinent right now? I think getting throw would be more pertinent right now, and then we can work on assault rifles later to get him to advanced overkill, because he does use assault rifles a decent amount. So, and then Liara, I guess I'll get you to advanced stasis because I don't really have anything better to do right now for you. Maybe we'll work on throw later, master it or something, or maybe I'll work on. Actually, yeah, throw, because I think I mastered lift with Cadence. So if I master throw with Liara, we'll have a relatively balanced biotic party there. Alright, let's see what we have to do to make this cure. I've never done this before, so it might be a little. Oh, it's just this mini game again, I think. In between the lines, right? I think that's what they want me to do. Oh, I made the cure. Good. I wasn't sure what I was doing there, but I think it was in between.
Your mission ends
there.
here, Shepard.
Hello.
We'll see about that, bitch.
I love that line from Rex. I wasn't sure if he was going to say it because he's not in Liara's slot in the party, but I guess as long as he's here, he says it anyway. I get the feeling you weren't exactly telling me the truth.
You're a sleeper agent for Benezia.
I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab.
So you want to take advantage of
Weapons free!
Weapons free, people! Don't look at them. Look at the enemies that are right there. Singularity. What am I aiming at here? I want to aim at Alestia and Neural Shocker, but I think I'll overload shields first. And then Rex, why don't you... yeah, Liara's doing Singularity. Rex, why don't you warp them? I don't know how well that'll work on the Asari Commandos, but it's okay. we'll work on that. Oh shit, I'm down. But they're up, so that's good. Sorry, Lyra. Jesus. Alright, good job, everybody. That went better than I thought. Rex, they're dead. You don't need to do that anymore. Maybe we just shouldn't tell anybody about this. That's probably a good idea. Oh.
The Asari garroted the guard. No witnesses.
Well, he was a dick, but I'm sorry that he died because I was in there. He didn't have any part in that.
They came out of there.
Came out of where?
Who came out of what?
The synthetics that attacked you. Benezia brought them with her.
Benezia brought the synthetics with her, and they came out of the tunnel that you were pointing to behind you.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
Oh, good. So the maintenance area is the area that he just pointed to, and Dr. Cohen probably has access to it. So since we have to go back to Dr. Cohen anyway, it's a win-win situation for me. Thanks, Han.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
So Matriarch Benezia brought a garrison of Geth with her, along with the Asari commandos. They came out of that maintenance shaft to try to kill us. Probably under orders from the Matriarch herself. I gotta think about this, because since we got communications back online, it's distinctly possible that she contacted them from the hot labs and then told them to come through there. Although that's also probably impossible, because the hot labs are cut off from the rest of this facility too. So I gotta think whether I'm going to the hot labs next, or whether I'm just going straight through maintenance to see if we can find the Geth and Asari commandos that were there. It's also possible that the Geth and Asari commandos that were her garrison got out of the hot labs while leaving her in there, but I don't think that that's actually what happened, so... I mean, that's something that... There's an exclamation point here. Is this for... I think it's for Dr. Cullen. Let's go and talk to him and see if he can't help us out with this whole maintenance area thing. I might go down to the hot labs just to check it out, because I'd like to see what's going on here, and maybe there will be some computer terminals there that'll help us out. But first, let's deliver the cure to Dr. Cullen.
Is that the cure? You did it?
I did. I was attacked by an Asari, though.
That Asari scientist, the one in the mess hall? She just tried to kill us.
Alestia? That's unbelievable. Well, I don't know much about her. She arrived a month ago. One of the shareholders pulled strings to get her here.
Let me guess. Saren the Spectre.
Yes. I think that was the name. I don't pay attention to the other research teams. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you.
What do you mean?
There are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
Thanks for the warning, although I think I need to get into maintenance, but I'll be careful.
Thanks for the warning. Here's the cure.
Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough that... Oh, God, what a cliché. You saved their lives, do you know that?
Yeah, I know that. I don't think we need any metagel, but I'm happy to help.
That's what I'm here for. Forget about it.
I need to administer this. Thanks again.
No problem. Plus 24 Paragon for that. Jesus. We're just racking that up right now, aren't we? Get a rail extension out of that. And Hydra armor is not very good. Titan armor's pretty good, though. It's basically like the, It wasn't the Ursa armor, was it? It was the Predator armor that looked like that, maybe? Or maybe I'm just remembering wrong. I don't friggin' know. Whatever. Rift Station. We were attacked by... the Geth. Han Olar told us we came into the maintenance. Let's ask Dr. Cullen here about the maintenance area. He might be able to help us with that.
They seem to be coming along well.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. About maintenance.
I need to get into the maintenance areas.
You're not supposed to go back there, but I guess there's nothing to hurt. Here's my pass. Just don't tell the guards.
Thanks, Dr. Cullen.
Talk to you later.
Of course. Be careful.
Alright, so that takes care of getting into the maintenance areas. Now, we have to make a decision here. The guards are on edge. Apparently they were expecting that we'd come here, although, to be fair, it could just be because of the rescue. So now we have to figure out whether we just go straight into maintenance, or if we go down to the hot labs. Because I figure maintenance probably doesn't have a whole lot on these Rachni. Han Olar kind of gave us a little bit of information, but we don't have the whole story here yet. Meanwhile, the hot labs down there are probably directly where the contaminants came from, the Rachni, that is, now that we know what they are. And it will probably have all the information we need on them. That being said, if the guards were expecting us, they were probably also sleeper agents for Venezia, and that means when we go down there, they're probably going to expect us to die down there because of all the Rachni. So I have a decision to make, and I'm going to figure that out in just a second here.